Hold on. Okay, so today for my lesson, I want to talk about lukewarm Christians. So by a show of hands, does anyone know what that means? Have an idea? Anyone know what lukewarm Christian means? It's okay if you don't. So I'm here to kind of give a good demonstration and show you guys what a lukewarm Christian is. So first, let's look at Revelation chapter 3, verse 15 to 17. So can we all read it together? 3, 2, 1. Revelation chapter 3, verse 15 to 17. I know your deeds, that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish you were either one or the other. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot or cold, I am about to spit you from my mouth. You say, I am rich, I have acquired wealth, and do not need a thing, but you do not realize that you are wretched, pitiful, poor, blind, and naked. So me reading this verse, I don't know about you guys, but I feel kind of humbled in a way. So what is lukewarm Christianity, okay? So in my demonstration, I would say lukewarm Christianity is giving half of our faith to God and giving the other half to whatever else that isn't God. So in like shorter, more simpler definition, I would say it's not being fully committed to God, but you're not completely rejecting him either. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so I want to ask you guys, why do you guys think people are lukewarm Christian? Why do you guys think people are lukewarm Christian? Anybody have any idea?
Because they don't want to give up things of this world.
Okay, that's a really good answer. I agree with that one. Anybody else? Why are people lukewarm Christians?
They jump to the world and into the Christian, which you cannot do, and you're supposed to stay to the new side when you accept Christ.
Yes, I like Boy Song's answer. That's very good. Anybody else? Oh, okay.
They love God and also love living for the word.
Yes, very, very true. Joseph, you got something?
I feel like some people are just scared to take the step forward because, especially Gen Z, especially because most people mock Christianity, so they want to take the step forward but too scared too. So it's lukewarm.
Yes, I really like how all of your answers kind of connect that. I like how all of your guys' answers are kind of connecting in the same way that we're kind of scared to give up things. Like we love the world so much and we love God, but it's not balanced, okay? And I want you guys to know, what is the greatest commandment? We learned about this in Sunday school. So any Sunday school kids know the greatest commandment? No, the Pagaku is coming with a mic.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
Okay, that's very good, but that's actually the second important commandment. What's the first?
To love God.
Yes, to love God. And it says to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. So when we are lukewarm Christians, or when we hear of lukewarm people, that means we love him 50%, and then the other 50% we give it to elsewhere. The world, whether it's something that we don't want to give up, or an idol. So in the verse, it says, in verse 16, so because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth. So what does it mean when Jesus says, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth? That means you cannot acquire the kingdom of heaven if you are lukewarm. Because when you're lukewarm, you're not going to God 100%. And it says that in the Bible, it says that you can't acquire the kingdom of heaven if there's something holding you back. And the thing that holds us back could be sin. It could be something that we're so addicted to, or an idol. And it says Jesus spits out the lukewarm Christians out of his mouth. And that's exactly what the verse describes. So think to yourself, if you are a lukewarm Christian or not, that's nothing to be ashamed of. But I really want you to think to yourself, what is holding you back from that full commitment with God? Okay? And I hear a lot of people say this, oh, I'm a Christian, so why do I not feel when I pray, why do I not feel the presence of God? Why do I not hear his voice? Why do I feel his love? But it's really, really hard when you want the fullness of Jesus, but you're lukewarm. Because when you want a little bit of Jesus and a little bit of the world, you don't get the fullness of Jesus because there's something else that is guarding your heart. So when you tell yourself, oh, like Jesus isn't doing it for me, like I don't feel his love, I don't see him working in my life, you have to ask yourself, are you 100% inviting Jesus in your life? Because you can feel his love, you can hear his voice, you can feel the presence of him in your room if you 100% give yourself to him. And I just want you guys to know that when you are living in lukewarm, it's really difficult, it's really hard. You go through many battleships because you don't feel him. There's something you haven't surrendered. There's something in your life that's holding you back from full potential. So you have to surrender yourself. But the thing is, God is not forcing you to surrender yourself. You have to be willing to surrender. So if you're like, oh, I want to love Jesus, and someone's like, well, have you given up that one thing? Have you let go of your games? Have you let go of that one person in your life that's holding you back? And you're like, well, no. Then how do you want Jesus to work in your life if you're not giving up the things that are holding you back? And the thing that we have to know is sometimes us, since we're sinners, right, we like to like grip onto stuff. Like me, I'm going to be really real and raw with you guys. I used to be a lukewarm Christian too. And like this year, my New Year's resolution was to get closer with God. That was my New Year's resolution. And then I kept asking myself, okay, so here are the little things I'm going to do to get closer with God. I'm going to read my Bible every day. Like it's like 2-5 chapters maybe. I'm going to start praying more often, not just praying before I sleep, not just praying before I eat. I'm going to just pray more often in general. So that's like my mindset. Like this is like little steps how to get closer with God. So, but the thing is, I could not get closer with God by doing those things because guess what? There was that one thing that was holding me back. That one thing, it could be gossiping, it could be addiction, it could be anything. And for me, it was addiction. And when I finally let go of that, it was like my chains were breaking free. Does that make sense? Like I didn't have literal chains on me, but it felt like when I finally gave up that one thing, it was like, dang, like now I really feel free. I feel like I can go wherever I want. I feel like Jesus is really working in my life now. And those are the same things that hold you back from full potential of God. And I would like to encourage you all that when you really feel the fullness of Jesus, it is such a great feeling. And I want to talk about 2 more verses. I'm not going to have it on the board because it's pretty short. But the 2 verses that I want to talk about is Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 13. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with your whole heart. Okay? So in our life, we like to seek Jesus. We like to take that opportunity, that big step. Like, okay, Jesus, I'm allowing you in my life. Do whatever, use me. I want to be your disciple. I want to be committed to you. That could be your goal. But the thing is, we have to know, in Romans, it says, if anybody wants to be my disciple, you must take up your cross daily and follow me. And it says, if anyone wants to be my disciple, you must take up your cross daily. It doesn't say take up your cross when you want to, when you feel like it, when you're finally wanting to feel productive. It says take up your cross daily. And in Jeremiah, you will seek me and find me when you seek me with your whole heart. And for me, in my journey, I wanted to seek him with my whole heart. I said it from my mouth. But the thing is, we can say anything from our mouths. We could say, oh, I love God. Oh, I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. But what does your heart say? Does your words match with your heart? And when we seek him fully, when we seek him with our whole heart, because when we look at our friends, we look at their outer image because that's what we see. We're like, oh, her hair's very pretty. Her outfit's really nice today, you know. We can see their outer image, but in their heart, do you really know what's in their heart? No. And God is the only one that knows our heart. And in Psalms chapter 139, King David, he was in so much stress. He was in so much, like, he just needed God. He says, God, search my heart. And sometimes we have to ask God, search our hearts. Because what is in my heart? Is it wickedness? In my heart, is there something holding me back? In my heart, is there something I love more than you? We have to ask God to search our heart. And once we finally find that thing that is holding us back, we're able to seek him with our whole heart. And the second verse that I want to talk about is James chapter 4, verse 8. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. So this is a very short verse, but I feel like it's a very powerful verse as well, because when Adam and Eve came into this world, God gave them everything. He let them live in the Garden of Eden, gave them everything they could eat. And when Adam was lonely, he gave him Eve. Like, he provided everything for us. And obviously they believed, but when the devil came, that's when sin appeared. And the thing is, we have to tell ourselves, like, okay, I want to get closer with God, but how do I do it? Do I need to read my Bible every day? Do I need to pray every day? Do I need to be nicer? Like, watch what comes out of my mouth? The thing is, you need to draw near to God. You need to be seeking his word daily. Like Romans says, like, take up your cross daily. We need to take up our cross daily, and that's when God will draw to you. And I also want to talk about the devil and how he operates in our life. And a lot of people, I don't know, in my opinion, I don't really hear a lot of people talking about Satan. So I kind of want to say some stuff about what is so hard for us to, like, let go of our life. Because when we want to have a new life with God, when we want to start seeking God and be fully committed to him, it's always something holding us back. And that person is Satan. So the Bible calls Satan a destroyer, an enemy, a murderer, the father of lies, the evil one. Like, the list goes on. So obviously, we're presented as the devil as someone with not good characteristics whatsoever. And the thing that we have to know is the devil does not care about you. He does not care about you whatsoever. He doesn't have you in his mind. The only thing he's trying to do is drag us into the pit that he made for himself. And you cannot, when you're in that pit, you cannot drag yourself out. With your own strength, with your own willpower, you cannot drag yourself out. That's what we need to know. But who can drag us out? Jesus can. God can. And in John chapter 8, verse 44, I really like this verse because it, like, hold on, sorry. Okay, so in John chapter 8, verse 44, it says, "You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native tongue, for he is a liar and the father of lies." So in the beginning, in verse 44, it says, "You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires." So what does that mean? Okay, so we know that the devil was originally Lucifer in heaven. He was an archangel. And the reason why he's now who he is today is because he rebelled against God. He had so much pride in him. He was so confident that he could be better than God. And he saw that opportunity. He went around telling other angels, like, oh, I'm going to be better than God. I want to be just like him, or maybe even more powerful, having more control. And he convinced 1/3 of the angels to follow him. And guess what? When the devil came whispering into Eve's ear, he says, "Eat this apple and you'll be like God." That's exactly what his original plan was, to be like God. And that's exactly why Eve ate the apple, to be like God. So that's why it says, you belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out his desires. And then I asked myself, like, why would I want to do the things that Satan does? Like, I don't want to involve myself in him. I don't want what he wants. But the thing is, from the beginning, from Eve and to this day on, we wanted to become like God. He provided us with everything. He gave us all the love, attention, everything that we could give, but it was just never enough. For us, as sinners, it'll never be enough. We'll always want more. We have clothes, we want more clothes. We want friends, we want more friends. We want attention and love. We always want more than that. But who can offer us more? Jesus. Jesus offers us more. And it's so crazy because people that are lukewarm Christian, or they don't understand Christianity, or they have a bad misrepresentation on Christianity, it's because they're not finding 100% satisfaction in Jesus. They say, oh, Jesus is not going to give me what I want. Like, I want wealth. Jesus is not going to give me that. But the thing that you have to ask yourself is wealth what you need? Are the things that you're doing what you need? Is it good for you? Jesus knows what's good for us. He knows it. And I want to give an analogy that you guys probably heard before. So there was an analogy of a man. He was in an open grass field, okay? And in that grass field, it was split by a fence. And in one side of the fence was the devil, and the other side was God. And then the devil asked him, okay, you got to choose, me or God. If you come to me, I'll give you anything you want. I'll give you the wealth that you wanted. I'll give you the girlfriend that you want, the boyfriend. I'll give you whatever you want. But then God says, if you come to me, I won't give you everything the devil offers you, but I'll give you what you need. And the man, he's thinking and thinking, okay, what do I do? Like, I love what the devil's offering me, but like, God, like, you're so good. I want you there. You know, you bring me peace, but the devil, come on, you know, he just fills that void inside of my heart that I've been earning for. And the man says, you know what? I don't need to choose. I'm going to sit on the fence. So when he sits on the fence, everything goes black. And the devil grabs him really, really hard and says, the fence belongs to me. And the thing that we have to know is that the grass field was originally an open grass field. That's how the world was originally. It was an open grass field. But because of sin, the fence was created on that open grass field. And that fence belongs to the devil. So we can't be on the devil's side, and we can't sit on the fence either. So what are we going to do? We're going to go on God's side. And to go to God, we need to seek his word daily. We need, like, the thing is, if I'm going to be honest, lukewarm Christianity for me isn't even a real thing. Because it's either the devil or God. Like, you can't choose. There's no in between. Like, this generation made it so normalized to be a lukewarm Christian. Like, oh yeah, I'm a lukewarm Christian. Like, I'm still deciding if I want to be with God or not. No. It's either God or the devil. That's your pick. And I just want to encourage you guys that the devil's not going to give you what you want. He's not going to give you what you desire. He's going to say, oh, I'm going to give you this. But in reality, no. He's not going to give us anything. The only thing that he's giving us is a free ticket to hell. And do you want to take that ticket, or do you want to take the ticket to heaven? And God literally says, for the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life. So when we choose sin over and over again, we're just hurting Jesus. Just imagine Jesus on the cross. Him on the cross is because of us. It's because of us. We deserve that punishment. But he took it for us. He says, don't worry, I got you. I'll do it for you. And it's so sad to think, because every time I want to sin or I feel like I'm about to sin, I just imagine Jesus on the cross, and my sin is hurting him. It might, like, sin is an action or something. Like, Jesus is already in heaven. How is my sin hurting him? On the cross. On the cross. Every sin, Jesus took it on the cross. So we have to remind ourselves that it's just really sad. Like, we can't be lukewarm in this generation. It's so normalized that so much people are lukewarm and they love what the devil has to offer them. But there's true peace, there's true love, true forgiveness in Jesus. Okay, and I want to ask a few final questions. Anybody can answer. Does lukewarm faith lead you to growth? And if not, why? Oh, Jingno. Why?
As Jesus will spit us. I'm about to spit you out of my mouth.
Yes. When we choose lukewarm over him, when we choose sin over him, he spits us from his mouth. He doesn't want anything to do with us. Anybody else? Does lukewarm Christianity lead you to growth? And if not, why? Anybody else? It's okay. Okay, my final question is, name one thing that holds us back from full commitment to the Lord. It could be something that you're struggling with right now, or in general, something that holds us back from full commitment to the Lord.
Like lust, like people like always look at people with like sexual desires, and then that's like a sin. And then like whenever you look at someone like with lust, then you're basically already sinning and doing lukewarm Christian things.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I feel like lust is not talked about, like sexual desire, that's not talked about enough. Thank you. Anybody else? Mary?
I think a general thing that is causing us to not be fully committed to God is the scared of people's judgment, scared of being judged by others if we're fully committed to God.
Oh, I like that. I actually have a verse for that. I don't remember what verse it is, but I know it's in Matthew. It says, stand firm and put your trust in God. And I really like that, because when we stand firm in God, we can be judged by whoever, but if we're not judged by God, that's all that matters. I really like that. Thank you, Mary. Anybody else? Jingnu again?
our devices like our phone, computer, Chromebook, and our tablet. Like you might want the things that you love, like you always watch it all the time.
Are you saying is like that a bad thing?
It's a bad thing because you don't actually need it in life.
I like that. Yes, that's so true. Chino said our device is like a bad thing. I would say if you prioritize your games or your social media or your phone or your laptop, anything like that, if you put that in the center of your life, that could be something you need to get rid of. And in, hold on, give me a second. Sorry, guys. Okay, never mind. I can't find it. But in Matthew, it says to cut off anything that makes you stumble. So if you're trying to grow a relationship with God, to get closer with God this year, this month, maybe next month, and stuff like that, I want you to know that getting closer with God, you're going to have to take something out of your life. Whether you like it or not, it could be so hard to take out, but you're going to need to take it out of your life. And if you don't, exactly what it is, lukewarm Christian, something that's holding you back from full commitment to the Lord. And for me, I had to cut out a lot of things. I had to stop cursing. I had to stop gossiping. I had to stop doing all these things, and I loved it. Like, I enjoyed it without all this entertainment or all this drama that I'm hearing. It was like, what do I even talk about? But then I realized, why do we need to talk bad about so much people? Why can't we just mind our own business? And then the things that cause us to stumble, the things that cause us to sin, we need to cut it out. And in Matthew, it says, if your left hand causes you to stumble, cut it off. It's better to go to heaven with one hand than both hands that cause you to sin. And it doesn't mean literally cut your hand off, cut your leg off. It doesn't mean that. It means when you go to the kingdom of heaven, you cannot come with your sin. You and your sin are not invited. Just you are invited. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's lesson. Thank you guys for listening.